The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video.
Come on, boys, get loud. 'Cause when the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, my scene. You know what I mean. It's my scene, you know what
Hey y'all, it's Harriyanna and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you? My name is Harriyanna and welcome back to the pirate ship, also known as Harry Hook's pirate ship. I am the captain. You are not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you want to know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. Nobody is worthy of being the first mate, but hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriyanna, and I like to make content based off nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Now, this video is going to be a bit shorter than my last one simply because y'all, I just do not have the time, okay? I got new stuff from my store coming out this week. I gotta get my MomoCon panel ready. I gotta get my MomoCon cosplays ready. And also, it is finals week at college. Your girl is going through it, okay? But your girl also wants to make that bag, alright? But today I wanted to get on here and discuss why I personally think society doesn't take kids and family media seriously. And when I say seriously, I mean when these projects have problematic shit in them. This isn't going to be another one of those animation is for everyone discussions because we already have enough videos about that, and I've already spoken about this before on my Instagram page. You guys should follow me over there at Harriyanna. But we need to seriously talk about another issue that surrounds animation targeted towards children and live action entertainment as well, because it's a completely different issue. But before we go there, I just want to get on here and do some little self-promotion because yes, I have added new fun things to my merch at harriyannahook.com. I have a wide range of products based off of pop culture and my favorite things, including Miraculous Ladybug, Descendants, The Powerpuff Girls, and more. I have added do-rags and bonnets. You guys have been going crazy over those since I have posted them. Those are now up for sale. I have new lip glosses that have been added, new nail polish. I also have added stickers because I wanted to have a more affordable option for people. But yes, if you guys are interested in purchasing merchandise from me, please go to harriyannahook.com. And also, since you are watching this video, use code PIRATESHIP25 for 25% off your order. And that is 25% off everything but the stickers. Okay, thank you. Now let's get back into the video. Since I have started making more videos about the issues within children's media, we often have this discourse that will usually go like this. We will have some dickheads say, it's a kid show, it's not that serious. We have some bitch that would say, kids aren't gonna notice racism. And then we'll have another asshat say, it's a kid show, it doesn't matter. And then we will have the biggest bitch in the room say, y'all complain about everything, looking for problems that aren't there. And if you're one of those people, if you have nothing valuable to add to this conversation, just shut the fuck up. Like, I honestly mean that with my whole heart. And also, I don't agree with any of those things that people just said. Racism in any way, shape, or form is uncomfortable and awful. The racism I have seen on Disney Channel's Jessie makes me just as uncomfortable as the racism that I have seen in The Simpsons. So let's have a scenario. When it comes to what is seen as inappropriate for kids, it always falls into the category of nudity, that being ass and titties, explicit sexual content such as jokes about sex, mentions of sex, touching ass, titties, and genitals, people having sex, and just saying the word sex. This is part of the reason why The Hunchback of Notre Dame receives so much backlash, because one of the plot points is that Frollo is angry with the fact that Esmeralda made him horny. Violence that leads to some sort of bleeding and profanity. which I completely understand. You would not show a kid under the age of 13 the movie 13 because it features a Disney star in it. Just because a Disney star is in it doesn't mean it's appropriate for them. Same with how you wouldn't show a kid the movie The Killing Joke because it's animated. Just because it's animated doesn't mean it's appropriate for them. But why? Why is this kind of content the only thing seen as unsuitable for kids? Here's a list of things that are also wrong to put in front of children. Includes but not limited to racism, misogyny, fat phobia, and ableism. And I just left it at those 4 because there are plenty of other things that I will not name because I do not want to risk this video getting demonetized because I am a college student with bills to pay. But for this video, we are just going to focus on the first thing that I mentioned, and that is racism. And here's the deal. Kids should learn about these things. But if you're going to put this shit in kids' media, you need to show that it's wrong. And most of the time, they don't fucking do that. Like on Disney Channel, there was an episode of That's So Raven where Raven did not get the job she was qualified for simply because the woman in charge of her did not like black people. In the end, the woman got fired because she was wrong for what she had done. This is a great way of exposing children to racism, because they are shown that it was wrong and the person got punished for what they did. But on Jessie, another Disney Channel series, a good chunk of the show is just bullying an Indian kid the entire time, and it's played for laughs most of the time. And when they tell him sorry for being mean to him, they don't learn. They just go back to bullying him. I'm telling y'all, Jessie is one of the most ghetto shows that Disney Channel has ever produced. No, it's one of the most ghetto properties that Disney has produced, period. Okay? And it's so sad to see how so much of the bullying that Robbie had to endure came from his adopted family, people that are supposed to love him. And now we have to get to iCarly when they went to Japan. I go to Japan. Almost all the Japanese people featured in that episode were portrayed in a negative light. I'm sorry, y'all, but I really fucking hate I Go to Japan. iCarly is one of those kid sitcoms that honestly is up there with a bunch of adult sitcoms when it comes to terms of quality, but it's very dated. It's dated as hell, and so much about this show did not age well, and we have the right to call that shit out. Just because it came out in that time period did not mean it was okay. iCarly already has this ongoing issue with diversity, and one of the few episodes that had plenty of non-white people in it, which also so happens to be one of the longest episodes of the series, portrays them in the worst ways possible. They are literally just laughing and kikiing at them the entire time. And then they were also kidnapped by Japanese people as well. Like, what? Nickelodeon. This episode is so damn terrible. Like, how did this get greenlit? And yes, I am gonna bring kicking it back up. Having a white man dress up as an Asian person. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I have seen more racism on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel than I have seen in a lot of adult media. There is some kind of racist bullshit in almost all of Dan Schneider's property, like I'm not even playing. If you pay attention and look hard enough, you will find it. Dan Schneider's portrayal of black women in his shows has made me just as uncomfortable now as an adult as it did as a kid. People don't seem to care what goes into children's media as long as it isn't ass, titties, blood, and profanity. And nothing about that is going to change until we, as a society, and I won't even just say society, I'm just going to say we as in the entertainment industry, start to take children's media more seriously. When it comes to entertainment, next to works that are about black people, we're going to get there later on this week, alright? Kids media just feels like last priority. Hollywood doesn't seem to care what they're doing with it, not realizing that this is a big problem. Plenty of children watch television and movies more than they talk to their own parents. Plenty of white children, in particularly, don't go to school with kids of color. When they see this kind of behavior in the shows and movies that they watch, is not telling them that it's wrong and it's play for jokes, they're going to think that it's okay because nobody is telling them that this is wrong. And I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be straight up, and I'm gonna be transparent. I used to think that the belittling a Ball G on Phineas and Ferb and then the belittling of Robbie on Jessie was funny when I was in middle school. But there was not one South Asian person in my school. But I didn't even realize that was wrong until I went to high school, where I did end up having 2 South Asian teachers. You see, I'm not perfect. Racism in kids shows has a negative effect on me as a child, and I had to unlearn that behavior. I really just wish that these people in charge of children's media were more considerate about what they put into these works, because children learn so much about the world through their television screens. And it has gotten better in recent years, but there is still so much work that has to be done to undo the harm that this has caused. And that is it for today's video. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long because girl is stressed out. She's going through it. But like I said, I have new fun, nice things on my store, harriyannahook.com. Please go check that out. And if you guys want to know another way you can support me, I have Buy Me a Coffee and I have Patreon links. I have all of that jazz down below. If you guys want to support my web show called The Prodigies, the link to that is down below. And if you guys want to know another free way you can support me, it's just to follow me on everything at Harriyanna, HARRIYANNA. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good night.
Get to this point in my life, I'm blowing up, so don't hate, just congratulate.
The Powerpuff Girls will just blow your mind. Buttercup like villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their rut. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world.